In this presentation, we will turn on class tracking for our job cost problem within QuickBooks Pro, QuickBooks Desktop. Here we are in our practice problem number 4. We currently have the open windows open. You can open the open windows by going to the view dropdown and the open windows list. Now we're going to be using class tracking here. In order to do that, we need to turn on class tracking. Class tracking is going to be another system that will help us to break out our information by jobs. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back up top. We're going to go to the edit. We're going to go down to the preferences. Within the preferences, you want to be in the accounting tab up top on the left. Then we're going to go to the company preferences. Within the company preferences, we're going to check this little box under the classes that says use class tracking for transactions. And then it says prompt to assign classes. We want to do that as well because we want to be prompted to assign classes as we enter transactions. So we're going to keep those two. We're going to say OK. And as we do that, then if we go down to our lists drop down, we have a nice new list type area, which is going to be the class list. This is going to be our class list. We have a similar kind of setup as we have with the other lists where we can make the new class with the class drop down, which is really a class rise up here. And then the class tracking, what that'll do is it will allow us to create a report going to the reports drop down. If we take a look at the company and financial, then we can take a look at the profit and loss, and we can look at the profit and loss by class, which will break it out by class. And obviously then we're going to assign each of our job costs to different classes as we go through and enter our transactions. That could actually be a little bit easier, a little bit more straightforward than using the billing items, and it really kind of reduces our need to do kind of funny things I'm going to go back to the home page, as we have with the prior system where we used things like a create sales receipt in a kind of funny way sometimes to track our inventory or to have zero kind of checks down here. If you use class tracking, then you just need to make sure that you're assigning the proper class, and you don't have to do some of those kind of funny things to use the forms, and you don't really have to understand the items as well to do that. You could just basically enter the normal transactions and just make sure you assign the classes, and that is a system that I think many people might see as more of a straightforward type of system, more transparent type of system. So next time what we'll do, we'll set up the jobs and we'll set up the classes that we'll be using.